Now it's time for this week's Hot Off the Set. We're talking to an actor from Freaky Tales who landed the role in a way you won't believe. Let's get into it. Congratulations on Freaky Tales. That is so great.
Thank you, Francesca. Thank you so much. It's been a wild ride. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I can't wait to hear about it. I mean, I think I was reading from military to like tech to like voiceovers to acting and starring in roles now. How do we get here?
Oh man. So yeah, it's been a crazy life journey so far. Uh and it's interesting how one thing sort of led to the next, and uh whatever I did previously sort of helped me get to that next place, and I sort of built on everything that I'd done before. But no, I after graduating from college, I went to UF in Florida. I moved to New York, right? Started working in production, video production for Forbes.com.
Nice.
Session hit, and I changed my location to someplace they were hiring. That place was Alaska, right? And in Alaska, I started to do work part-time as a Apple retail employee, and then also as an armed security guard, right, for a joint Army Navy or Army Air Force base. Ended up joining the Army, and then eventually decided to focus on Apple. Uh, Moved to Silicon Valley to work at Apple corporate, right, as a software quality assurance engineer. And after a couple of years of that, I started training with some friends in the Bay Area, training stunts, and they had connections in LA with the
Oh,
film industry.
wow.
And I'm an absolute cinephile, and it's just I felt like I had more to give to the world, more to do myself, and I couldn't sit in that office as an engineer for like the next 20 years. So I've done stunt work for Eddie Perez, who did the stunt. He was a stunt coordinator for Snowfall. So I did episodes. I did season four, a couple episodes of season four, and my final episode in season six. I also did a little stunt doubling for Carlton on Bel-Air.
Oh, I love that so much. So from a stunts, now I see what you're saying. That was like your N to Hollywood. And
Yes.
so now you're in the building, you're meeting people, you're on set. How did the role of like Greg come about and like what drew you to that character specifically?
Okay, so the role came about. A friend of mine, who happened to be the stunt coordinator for Freaky Tales, he calls me up and he's like, "Hey, yo, LeQuan, what you doing the next couple months?" He's like, "Yeah, well, I know you're trying to build your acting reel, right? I've got this awesome script, this awesome film that I'm going to do the action for, right up my alley. And I was thinking about bringing you on board as a production assistant, a stunt production assistant, and having you on stunts a couple days and seeing if we can get you some on-camera footage for your demo reel. Sounds good, right?" So I head up there, right, and I'm looking through the script, looking for those kind of opportunities. I don't see that, but I see this character, the supporting lead, Greg, and I'm like, I want this role. I would kill this. So I'm like, "Hey, Ron, could you check with the directors and see if this role has been cast?" That, well, he goes and checks and is like, "It's not cast, but they're looking for a name, like a big name for it." And I'm like, "Okay, cool, cool." But then a couple of days later, it comes back. They weren't able to get the name. They'd like you to audition, right? And so I immediately go and bleach my hair, get it dyed blue, get it cut, run off to Best Buy, grab a ring light,
Fair.
do my self tape, submit it. A couple of days later, I get a text back from Ron. "You got the part."
No way. Just like that, from being bold and asking, and they came back and asked you, what? What was it like working with the cast? Because you worked with some incredible actors. What was it like working with them?
Oh, it was a treat. They were all cool too. And so that's a bonus because you're always kind of concerned when you're working with larger actors that you might run into divas or people that have,
Oh, too. Yeah.
let things get to their heads and egos get bloated and all that. Nope, 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 nope. Uh, these are all brilliant and wonderful and well-mannered people, you know. No, that, like, I mean, from the kind of the bigger names like Pedro Pascal, absolute sweetheart. He's super creative, great sense of humor, right? Ben Middleton, who is just this transformer. He comes in all unassuming and polite, and then he turns into this absolute beast. Jay Ellis, right? Who is just like determined, laser focused to get things right, right? Jay actually he bought a food truck for the cast and crew, right? So we all got a little treat that night on the house from Jay. You know what I'm saying? So I'll that's something that I'll remember moving forward. And if I'm ever in that position myself, you know, I think it's a good practice. You know? But yeah, and then the Gilman Punks, right? Um, uh, Keir Gilchrist, great scene partner, super chill, super relaxed. Jack Champion, a lot of fun. Ji Young, very cool girl, very cool. Martine, um, super chill, you know. We had a lot of time to bond, which was great for us punks, right? Because it's like it shows on set, like we have great
Chemistry.
rapport. Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So hanging out with these people, even the crew was cool, right? We had a nice Bay Area crew, super talented. Um, yeah, just loved working with these people.